A little grace. What's going on? What's going on, y'all? Listen, I got another one. I was just talking to the shorts feeds. Hey, listen, it's the middle of the afternoon. I'm in the evening. So have a little grace if the internet has it looking a little bit distorted. I got a lot of stuff going on. Anyway, look, I got some clips together here. Got that audio on? Yeah. Got some clips here, man, from a few different places. We got 8 at the table. I also have some clips here from this is what is the name of that podcast? I can't remember the name of the man. It eludes me at the moment, man. But I got another one from his name Sade or Shadia or something like that with this podcast, man, from these people that seem kind of stuck up. But she makes a really good point. Really good point. Anyway, with no further ado, hit that like button, share the live stream. You guys drop a comment during the live stream. Don't be so shy. I ain't gonna bite you. And well, I shouldn't anyway. And no further ado, let's get into it.
The person dealing with a younger person, I think that as an older person dealing with a younger person, I think that you understand like that there's some.
Hey, remember how she preferenced things. She said, I think, okay? So she should have said more. This is her perspective. Does it mean nothing? Don't mean shit to nobody else. Except the partner she's with, her loving husband of over 10 years, I'm sure she has. Just her perspective, okay? They need to start preferencing things that way. Like, hey, my perspective, who cares what you think?
Level of responsibility you have in dealing with a younger person. The younger person has less life experiences. Yeah. They have, likely less education in whatever it is they're doing. They have less money. They have less opportunities, so on and so forth. So I think that you have an upper hand, and it sort of puts that the younger person in a lesser position.
Remember how American women, especially American Black women, are always a victim. So even if they're not the direct victim, they have to make up a scenario in which they make themselves a victim here. Now, you got to understand in the states, this country, there are strict laws against, cracking a woman upside the head and dragging her back to your cave or whatever have you, right? You have to get consent. You have to be dating them. So what's going on here and where the pivot is, you have women that obviously have aged out, but you have women that don't want to take accountability. They don't want to be held accountable for the men that they choose to be with. You have to make sure you take it back to the base. The base is no one in this country is forced to date anybody, right? So why are we talking about the reaction instead of talking about the mechanism that got us here? We shouldn't be so make sure I move that out of the way. Reactionary. We should be trying to prevent, being more proactive. So let's get back to the point. Before you start talking about you think that older men or older people have an advantage over a younger person, well, you're going to do that, get both sides out there. The younger person has their own advantage as well. They're obviously dating this older person because they chose them. And there's something about that older person that younger woman likes. So I think that you should respect her opinion of being an adult instead of gaslighting her and calling her a child after the age of 18. But, you can, drink at 21. You can give your life to this country at 18. But when it comes to dating, your frontal, cortex is not. But they can put you in the military, force you, if need be, by selective service to sign up. Something goes down that the government causes, right? You go to war and you're taken out of here at 19 before you get to experience your life as a man. But hey, that don't get brought up. But, in dating, right, where you pick the person you want to be with, you're not held accountable for making bad choices. No. It's about, let's just start picking apart the circumstances. This is idiocracy. There are weirdos at any age group. You have to vet. And sitting talking about after a woman's made a bad choice decision on the male she's picked, talking about the age discrepancy, and stop it, man. Just stop it. This is babbling nonsense. And this is what they do. This is what they do. No one really calls them out the proper kind of way, but it's babbling nonsense. We're reacting instead of being proactive. Why is this woman, if that woman wants to pick an older man, it is what it is. You can't put all older men in a bucket and say they're going to try to take advantage of them. Anyone has the younger woman has the ability to be predatory as well and take advantage of the older guy, knowing that he wants, you know what I'm saying, some young snatch. She has the ability to be predatory as well. They're two consenting adults. So why are you talking as if you're their parent or mammy and you need to remind someone, you know, of the discrepancy that you feel like there is between their ages? Obviously, she don't feel that way, but this is what they do. Excuse me. This is what they do, man. When they get older, they start just like making up stuff. It's weird stuff, man. Super weird. Get your passport.
So you're able to exert your power. You're able to exert your money, X, Y, and Z. So while both parties are at fault, let's be real. Like, you're somewhat taking advantage of the younger person, and you want to be with the younger person for a certain reason. Listen, you want to be with the younger person for a certain reason. One, because they're kind of like a blank slate. You don't want to deal with a woman your age because a woman your age has expectations. A woman your age has experience.
This is her babbling nonsense into a diatribe of what she thinks that men want from younger women. She has no verified proof. She has no signed documents from men saying that she's done a survey with, saying, hey, yeah, I'm going after younger women for this reason. They sign it. She collected them. She has no base for this other than what she thinks based off of X amount of years she's been alive and whatever horrible relationship she's been in that has put her in this perspective and on this show like this. That's it. And just because you're saying things loud and with a lot of passion doesn't make it right. Doesn't make it right. You can talk over whoever you want to, but we're not in that panel. We can pause it, shut you up, and then we can talk about why you're, you know, bringing up things in this kind of way, because it shouldn't make you know, never mind. Right? If you're not in your early 20s and you're not looking to date an older man, what is it to you? You're being nosy as hell. For what reason? Your options are drying up. The men that you would like don't want your raggedy ass. While you was out in the streets having a good time in your 20s, now you thought you were going to be able to fall into the kind of guy you wanted based off of all the options you thought you had from consuming too much social media and media. You realize that real men that you want, not the men in your DMs, but the ones you want, the ones that you watch, obsess, and get upset with online, don't want you. So you have to form a way, like I've talked about so many times before, people will form a way to hate and disguise it as criticism. This is a prime example of hating disguised as criticism. It's none of her business. It's none of her business. It makes her no, never mind. It does nothing in her reality. So she's talking about something passionately that it doesn't matter. So if it doesn't relate to her and her life, why are we listening to anything she has to say? I mean, it makes for good views, but you know, these kind of women don't even realize the babbling circle talk that they do. They wonder why guys say womanese, because she's just sitting here being bitter and don't realize, because she is not in a either happy relationship or not in a relationship at all, that she's projecting that trauma and that bitterness into this, you know, weird situation between younger women and older men. It's always been that way. It's always going to be that way. Every man wants a woman in her 20s at whatever age range. Whether any of these whether any of these people on this panel agree with it or not, including the pandering dude, it doesn't make no difference. It doesn't make no difference. And you got to go off the energy of the people overall. Do they seem like they're super happy?
Woman your age has money. A woman your age has autonomy. A woman your age has agency to do. they want to do, to move how they want to move, to be who they want to be. Like that's the difference. So you want somebody that's easier to deal with because they don't have all that baggage. Baggage may be life experiences. Baggage may be a career, more money, X, Y, and Z. But that is what differentiates a 22-year-old from a 32-year-old.
You know what?
Well, you made the point for them. I mean, honestly, you just said that they don't want the baggage that came with you pursuing your career over pursuing marriage and femininity. You pursued your career, would put you in competition with masculine men, which therefore women love to imitate, get guidance from, mentorship from men. You took on that energy and God knows what else from some of those guys that you was working with. And now here you are presenting in this weird ass energy that's not respected, that's not looked at as feminine. We don't care what your makeup is, wig laying it, eyelash, fake eyelash, all this Spanx, who cares, right? Your personality is such trash and combative that we can't even see your face for the beauty you think that you're presenting. We can't even see that because of the stuff that comes out of your mouth and the way that you're always a victim. And at the same time, hiding behind your ego to babble stuff that makes absolute no sense whatsoever when you know that no one's handing you any. Why are you owed a man that you prefer? If you don't want to compete, well, then just take your L, making up excuses and reasons as to this doesn't justify anything. It's not going to stop men from wanting younger women. And your perspective on it means shit. But let's let her continue to cook.
Easily impressed.
You know what? The worst thing about what I'm hearing, to be honest, in my opinion, is that what what I'm hearing is stop, Jada. So what I'm hearing is like we have to blame somebody. See, and this is the thing. I work in reality. I don't work with fantasy.
Are you saying that I don't work in reality?
I'm saying that wasn't realistic because
and he's starting off strong, but he goes way off in the left field with this. But I want you to understand something. As men, don't expect for a man to speak in a way that is something that you really want to hear if he doesn't really fall in the demographic of man that you are. Meaning this is a younger guy. He's not going to be, I don't know how young, but younger than us. He's not going to be advocating for older men being with younger women, dipping into the pool of women that he wants. But what you have to remember, and this is what you got to look for with males, when a man needs to find a way to discredit other groups of men, right, to make himself look better, you have a problem on your hands with that type of male, okay? So if he needs to discredit older men telling his opinion about it, which is weird, he should have no opinion of it. It doesn't make any sense. The women doing it is bad enough, but a man being emotional enough to do it is really weird. Like there's twice as many women as there are men. Why are you giving any thought to what an older man is doing? It's none of your fucking business. It's very feminine type of energy, man. It really is. Really is. But hey, some of his mannerisms in here and crossing his legs and stuff, he's definitely in touch with his feminine side and feminine energy. I'm just saying, like, I don't care what younger dudes are doing. I give a shit. I don't care how y'all are getting women. I don't hate on y'all. I don't throw shade at y'all like that or whatever, so I don't even understand why you have an opinion about older men getting younger women. It's none of your business. And when you get to be that age, I hope you keep that same energy. Get a woman your own age or older. Make sure you keep that same energy.
Creeps are going to exist no matter what. And they've always been existing. We've been having lesson after lesson of what not to go for, what creeps look like. And typically creeps are 40-year-old people fiending on a 22-year-old girl.
Sorry for you 40-year-old guys.
Typically creeps are what and who? Where are you getting the stat from? This is a very emotional base that he's coming from. Hell, his voice is breaking up. Listen, this person is deriving this from a personal place. I don't know where it's something personal, which is what women do, right? Is making this male act the way that he is, which is very feminine in energy because he's not bringing up any stats or facts. He's speaking on how he feels about older men dating younger women. Who gives a damn how you feel, boy? I don't give a damn. Take your girl. Throw as much shade as you need to make yourself feel better about the men that you see as competition. Call them broke, call them old, whatever. Still take your girl. You running your mouth online ain't going to stop women from going after the men that they want, right? But it's making you feel better to get it off your chest. All right, get it off your chest, man.
Guys, I guess y'all are all creeps.
Yo, realistically, no. And the crazy thing is, this is not new. I've been saying this since high school. When I was a freshman, and there was
Get married. Is that who you're gonna become?
Can I go?
High school.
Like, damn. If I've been saying
I was a little bit sassy, my boy. A little bit sassy, my boy.
it since I was a freshman
who
in
you're gonna
high
become?
school. It's like, yo,
High school.
there was a girl, right? And she was my age, 14.
Mhm.
And she's dating a dude that's
Oh.
19. I'm like, you don't find that weird?
This is what, okay.
He's 19 years old.
He still has not healed from trauma from high school from a girl he liked that got snatched up by an older guy. You see what I'm saying, bro? You see why you can't listen to people. They will hide things behind criticism, but it's unhealed trauma that they need to work on. This is why he's so emotional about it. Man, this dude is not healed from his girl getting taken from him by an older guy in high school. This is goofy. Might not even been his girl. Might have been a girl he liked, never got to because she was with an older guy. Boo-hoo, motherfucker. What is wrong with these dudes? These young dudes, what's wrong with them?
Granted, he's in college and he's doing his thing. I'm like, yo, you know that there's other girls your age that
Teen.
Listen to this. Look at his face. Listen. Wait. What? This
your
is
age that
y'all too old for this, and I don't give a damn about none of you podcast panel people. So you get the business. Why is he getting so emotional? Look at his face when she says something, dude. I can't stand seeing an emotional dude, man. In the presence of women being more emotional than them. Look at his face. His face drops when she says, look at this shit, man. Soft ass.
Teen.
Right.
If there is no lesser connection,
I did not.
there is no lesser connection. 14, 19, y'all, this teenager.
No, you're not.
Period.
First of all, that was a nice try. Let me finish.
No,
So like,
that's dumb.
Nah, bro.
you're 14,
She's telling you
you're
it's dumb.
14 and you're in high school.
She's trying to tell him that this scenario don't apply. It's stupid. They're both teens. Regardless, it's not cool. I ain't saying nothing about that age group, you know what I'm saying, messing around 14 or what. But she's saying they're teens. And he's trying to be like, oh, she's talking about the older thing as in 40-year-old men, 20-something year. He's bringing it back to a traumatizing experience that he got to get off his chest. And he keeps bringing it back. And they're trying to get him back on subject. And he keeps bringing it back to this teen. Come on, man. You ain't listening to her because you need to get this off your chest. Do what you got to do to get your therapy to feel better on this session. But she's talking about 40-year-old men and 20-year-old women, okay? You're talking about teenagers from a childhood experience you have not healed from. Man, I'll tell you what, dude. Fathers are needed, man.
And he's 19 in college playing basketball.
You be 19 in high school.
Really stop.
No.
I didn't interrupt you.
Emotional.
You really think that you're that special? You really think that you're that different? No, you're a fool. So if you're 21 years old, you have nothing. You have to understand, you have nothing. And this person is 40, 38, whatever the case.
This person wants a tighter vagina. This person wants to take advantage of someone. This person wants to
not taking advantage because you have to get consent. She has to like you. We can't take nothing. We can't take advantage. We can't take you. We can't take your body. We can't take nothing. This is playing with words and it's dangerous. It's dangerous. These women are grown. Now you're saying that grown women don't have the mind to pick and choose who they want and then take accountability for the actions that they chose or the person that they chose. That's what you're saying. So now they're ignorant and stupid. This mammying thing, when does it end? What you keep covering up your insecurities with what you think is some kind of proper guidance and advice, and it's not. It's unhealed trauma. Where does it end? When are you going to realize that you look stupid getting online, consistently trying to make it seem like you're taking the moral high ground and you're looking out for people when it doesn't even apply to you? You're not in your early 20s. You're not a 40-year-old man. Why are you talking about it? Because you don't have the options that you want, and you're trying to disguise it behind criticism that seems valid because There's content out there floating around. That's why I keep talking about women be pulling stuff from everywhere. You know what I'm saying? To make their point seem valid, they'll pull it from everywhere. You can't do that. You have no stats or facts, you know what I'm saying, to back up what you're saying. So no man's listening to it, period. You can get the emotional heartstrings of a woman, but we're like, where are the stats that say that these men are predatory or they're doing something wrong? Or, you know, they're, you know what I'm saying, doing different things that could get them arrested or nothing. There's nothing. You're just stating your opinion. And just because you don't like it, right? Just like I don't like short hair on a woman. I don't like wigs, right? I don't like fake ass eyelashes. I don't like filters and a ton of makeup, but you're going to do whatever you want to do, right? So why would I keep running around and telling my opinion of it and it doesn't stop you from you wanting to do it? It's not going to mean nothing. That would just mean I'm an emotional fool, and I feel like I'm entitled to give my perspective to everybody, no matter what. You know what I'm saying? This is goofy. You mean to tell me you don't think that 20-year-old woman has the right to date a 40-year-old man, and that 40-year-old man have the right? Who made you God? Who made you the law? Who gives a shit about what you don't like? A lot of men don't like women that aren't super fit with a little bit of flab on them. Some men don't like that. That don't mean nothing to you, obviously. I don't get these conversations, man. You know, they speak as if there's some place where they're above this and they can just speak and talk about people and their situations and relationships like they have the right to, or, you know, I'm speaking from this holier than thou place and I'm married and da 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 da. And I don't even think this woman is married and I have a problem with this. Who gives a shit? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I mean, I don't like the time that the bus shows up at my house in the morning to pick my kid up, but so what? Y'all talk, man, just to be talking.
Control someone. This person wants to have whatever this person can offer them. They don't give a about that person for the most part. You don't give a about my well-being in my future life. You want to basically a ride or die. And that is
you're not a ride or die at 22.
You're not. You're a if I was ever willing to ride a car when he
Man, this dude is getting super. I can only tolerate so much more of this. At least this dude is representing, you know, he looks a little bit older too. So men correctly. This woman's pretty much holding herself pretty still. She's young, so I don't expect nothing else. And this woman right here is just masculine as all be and never going to get the kind of man that she wants. And she has this short blonde hair. So you already know, man, like you got this short blonde hair, man. I ain't even get into that kind of stuff. Same people be talking about cultural appropriation. You know, ain't never seen a black person born with blonde hair day in their motherfucking life. They're not mixed, but rock that blonde stuff and then talk something about a white woman with cornrows. It's just weird stuff, man. Just weird ass people.
And gun and pregame and drink Henny and do whatever the he wanted me to do and get in trouble and fight a bitch and turn up. Yeah, that was the age I was going to do that.
I'm listening to a bunch of excuses for mistakes.
Because I'm at a point in my life where I have no experience. I don't know what's right from wrong for the most part. I'm going to follow the lead of
She's a grown woman and she's talking about it 2021. She don't know right from wrong as a grown woman. But me, I joined the army, you know, and was, you know, in Iraq at 18. I don't get it, man. I don't get it. How we living in the same world? I'm not completely developed. I don't know you're grown. You're grown. Stop doing this, man. You're grown. This is the way you stay, you know, a doggone victim all your life. And, you know, there's plenty of ways to define your victimhood. They've come out with all kind of crap online. But is it making you a better person? Is your situations changed? Are you meeting better men? Must not be with the vitriol and the voice and stuff.
A man, because that is what we think that we're supposed to do. And then I'm gonna be madly into you if you show me that you know more than I know. And
I believe that women that fall victim to older men at a younger age are typically women without smart women around them, without good parenting around them,
No.
because no father, no mother is
All
going
right.
to allow a
All right, man.
40-year-old to date their 21-year-old daughter.
First of all, we don't ask permission. And I'm saying this from
Thank you.
experience
Got
because
it.
I was someone that was young and I loved to date older men. Not now, not anymore. I don't listen, y'all damaged. I'm good.
You're a little bit too old for us anyway. So whatever makes you feel better, you know what I'm saying? Whatever helps you sleep at night, whatever keeps you from crying as you're taking your makeup off in the mirror before you go lay with a pookie. You know what I'm saying? Went from dating older men to not date because you can't get them anymore because you aged out, man. Come on.
But when I was younger, I liked that my man older than me. And do you think I asked my parents permission? I don't have daddy issues. My parents are married. I don't have daddy issues. I don't have issues where I need an older man as an example in my life. But I was attracted because they were a little more mature than the guys my age. Because technically, you guys don't really grow up.
What is mature?
If we both 19, you're really 13 to me.
Yeah, that's to you. You feel like he's 13 when plenty of women and men have said that women don't really, maturity wise, age past like 14 to 16. Once again, taking what we say and flipping it around. Right. I hope she's married with them long ass nails that she can't wipe her butt right with. All the fecal matter. Y'all be looking crazy with this stuff. How are you wiping your butt right with this? But I think you doing some messy work, and y'all need to be called out for this trifling ass behavior. Long ass claws. You ain't wiping your ass right with this. Y'all need to go on somewhere, man. You need to go on somewhere.
Now watch this. Watch this. Watch this. Wait, Aisha.
Mom, can I date this 40-year-old? No, we just date him and that's it.
So let me ask you this question. Let's go.
That was a great topic, man. And I wish I could let them continue, but there's no rationale in this conversation. It's just a bunch of emotional females and female identifying men or man. So I can't, there's no rational, there's no man's perspective in this. So I can't, all this emotion going around. I can't do it, man. I'm gonna go ahead and go on to the next video. I can't do it. I tried. I can't do it.
Types of naughty things that women are so obsessed about.
Do you know, I think firstly, we're more fascinated by human nature. We're genuinely more fascinated in people than things. So men can watch a whole show about making a car, and for us, we like to see connections and we like to see relationships and we like to see people. That's why reality shows are so much more it got such a bigger female market. So we're more interested in human nature as a whole. The other thing is we're naturally more adept at handling and experiencing negative emotion. We experience negative emotion all the time. Women, especially towards the hormonal periods and so on and so forth, the negative emotion, like neurotic.
They're not good at it when they go through their periods. They have these emotional outbursts that they're known for and need medication for. You might have more emotional outbursts than we do, or you deal with emotion more than we do, but you're not good at it. I don't know where that came from.
And anxiety and this type of things, it's just part of how being a woman, it's so ingrained in us. Whereas for men, they don't get that, they don't experience it. And why would they induce negative energy into their soul? They just can't understand why you would watch something so negative and so gruesome. For us, we experience it all the time anyway, so we might as well learn something in the process. So I do think
no, that's cute and everything. That was cute what she tried to do. No, y'all like trauma, you like drama. That's why you watch the shit. It helps perpetuate the cycle. You can, try to fancy it up and, rebrand it all you want to, which makes no sense. No, you like that shit to keep your mind in that loop. It's not that you're used to it. And because you're used to it, so you're just going to watch it on your free time. You're used to a bunch of drama and everything and emotion. So you're just going to watch it on your free time. That don't make any sense. More like an addict that is used to it and likes it. And when she doesn't get it, she looks for it elsewhere, gets her fix online. Man, we paying attention to what y'all saying now. Y'all ain't getting away with this word salad BS, man.
we have a better curiosity for human nature. We like to see connections and things and then see how it turns. And generally, we're better with a negative emotion. We handle it more than men can.
And nice guys out there, what is it about nice guys that women are just so not into?
Do you know what the problem is? It's how we define nice guys. Now, a lot of guys who lack masculine energy, who don't have any masculinity, lean towards being nice because they don't have masculine energy. And so they say, I'm a nice guy and I get no girls. But really what women want is a masculine man who has the opportunity to be bad, has the ability to be bad, but chooses to be kind and chooses to do the right thing. We don't want it to be a default. So if I meet a guy who plays video games all day, is really not taking care of himself, watches a lot of porn, doesn't cheat, doesn't do anything wrong, and is nice to everybody, he's nice out of default. He doesn't have options in his life to be difficult. He doesn't have women that he can be abusive to or negative to. He doesn't have that option. And so him being nice is due to the lack of alternatives. Whereas if I meet a man who is successful and attractive and has all of those traits, but then chooses to do the right thing, that is far more attractive. And even if he chooses to do the wrong thing, that's still more attractive than a guy who's nice out of default. So that's what it is. Do you have masculine energy? Because the lack of masculine energy can't be the reason why you're nice. It has to be a choice, and you have to have alternatives available to you.
At that point, I agree with completely, and that's what women do want. They want you to be a bad boy, right? And you don't have to be that. This is what they want. What they think they want. They want you to have the ability to get women, but choose them. They want other women to get jealous of them with you and wish that they had you, but you choose them, which, again, how does it make any sense if a guy has the options of getting multiple women and then only go after you? You have to be a super, amazing type of woman in yourself, because it's just, it defies logic. But
so by default, you should be sort of a badass dude, almost like an asshole, a little rugged, little, not conforming. And then when you meet the right girl, choose to be nice, choose to be sweet, do the nice things for that woman, make her feel special.
Well, just doing that makes them feel special, because it's like a girl knows like this guy is kind of like, set in his ways. He's a little bit of a sassy guy, but when you see him like behaving like a kind man.
Whoa. Not gonna let that slide. Not gonna let that slide. When you hear a female calling men sassy, automatically disqualified. Her opinion means shit, because you know that calling someone sassy or calling a woman sassy was a way for us to talk about a woman that is a loudmouth, that just says a bunch of stuff not necessary, you know what I mean? Emotional attitude. So when you're a woman, a grown woman calling a grown man or men that are a certain way sassy, you are not the type of woman that a man that speaks his mind would want to be around, because you think that way. You think a man speaking his mind about the dumbass shit that you say to him is sassy, because ain't no man going to just be saying a bunch of stuff that you disagree with for no reason. No, you want to be able to unlimitedly say a bunch of goofy shit and not be checked. And when the man checks you, he's sassy. And this kind of woman right here, chameleon or not, when they let these words slip out of their mouth, pay attention, man. You walk away when you hear shit like that.
And to you, you're like, wow, he's able to kind of take that back and like really consider how it would make me feel when you approach me, and adjust the way you have that conversation. So 1,000%. I agree with that. Yeah.
Okay.
But we like a little bad, just a little.
You like a little bad boy.
We like.
You can't have a guy that you consider a bad boy and call him sassy at the same time. It don't work like that. And see, with her, she would say something stupid like that to a dude, and he would take note like I would and be like, yeah, after I get done having you, not talking about her in particular, just a woman that would say this, I'd be like, after I get done having you choking on my, sausage and having you in the bedroom, like, I'm just going to leave you hanging and never even message you back again. Give you a reason to consider something to be sassy. You know what I mean? Like that kind of speaking, man, it ain't going to work out for you. Women, the modern woman don't know how to keep her mouth shut and keep certain things to herself. She would not. Well, I don't know if she works for this guy. They definitely seem like they're dating, or almost seems like this guy right here likes the person he's interviewing, and these two right here may have been fooling around, or she likes him or something, and she just seems uncomfortable with it or something. It is something weird about the whole energy with the whole situation, man. It really does. You know what I'm saying? It really does. It's almost like these two like each other, or she likes him, and this guy's like looking a little bit too hard at the guest or something, and her energy is off. You know what I'm saying? But hey, look, I can't stay online any longer, man. I gotta get something to eat. You know what I'm saying? I gotta take my son out to get something to eat. You guys do me a favor, hit that like button, go ahead and subscribe. I don't know what happened during the live stream, something. So the shorts feed crashed out. Oh man, I do have okay. Yeah, I got Adobe minimized down here. Okay. Anyway, I'll be back on here later on, drop another video, a shorter one, and I got some pre-recorded videos I need to finish editing with Adobe and get up. But remember, smash that like button, you know, join the tribe, subscribe, you know, join the movement. We're over here just bringing back men's empowerment and some balance, and just getting some respect, you know, put on our name, and calling out the BS from the modern woman that's never checked. You know, she's never checked. So we need to go ahead and bring some checks and balances back. But anyway, love and light. I'm your brother, and I'm out.
In this game, you gotta have that dog in you.
Made in America.